is what a lot of you guys been waiting for, okay? Now, if you don't know, I suggest you to go back and watch my prom vlog video 2016, because when I tell you this story time is going to be juicy, okay. And let me just put up a disclaimer. This video is, I'm not putting out hate to the boy that took me to prom. Like, me and him still communicate to this day, time to time. He's like one of my best friends. I love him. And yeah, I just gotta put a disclaimer out because he subscribed to my YouTube channel and he supports me with my channel-ish. But yeah, me and him are still good friends, but what he did, it was effed up and he knows that, okay? So yeah, let's get to the video.
You gotta go on. Yeah, you gotta go on.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite girl, your favorite everything goddess, Shay, and today I am coming at y'all with a story time that you guys been requesting for some months now, for a year actually. If you go back to my prom 2016 vlog, in the description box I said that I really didn't have a good time at prom, and y'all, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, alright. So let me just say, prior to prom, me and this guy, my boyfriend, we've been dating for 2 years at this point. 1 year. Well, we've been dating for 2 years at that point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2 years. Yeah, we've been dating for 2 years at that point, and prior to prom, me and him been having some issues with infidelities. He cheated on me, and he was cheating on me, and I basically didn't have any proof. But I mean, I had a feeling he was cheating on me. I knew he was cheating on me, but I didn't have concrete proof until prom day. So because it was prom, me and him decided, you know, let's not argue, let's not think about anything else, let's just have a good day. So, you know, the entire prom day, you see, I'm happy, you know, we're on FaceTime, and, you know, we calling each other babies and all that stuff. And when we don't even do that a lot, honestly. Like, when we're upset, we don't call each other babies or nothing. Like, it's just so bitter and sour when we're upset with each other. So prior, you know, us planning prom or whatever, we planned to go to prom, get something to eat, and then get us a hotel. Like, it was going to be our first time actually spending time with each other, you know, without, you know, up under restrictions or stuff like that, because my parents don't play. You know, let's be real, my parents don't play. So, you know, prom day and prom night was supposed to be perfect. So, you know, they came, so, you know, I got dressed up, feeling beautiful. I was really excited because, I don't know, it was my first time actually having a date to an official prom. I mean, I had a date to a Valentine's ball in middle school, but this was like big. This was like super big, senior prom, you know. And it was my first time bringing my boyfriend out so everybody could see him, because me and my boyfriend, we went to different high schools. He wasn't going to his prom. I never understood why, but I mean, now I know why he didn't go to his prom, because the other chick. But he wasn't going to his prom. He was just taking me to mine, so he was going to have his prom with me. So it was my first time actually, like, putting my boyfriend out there, us actually presenting ourselves in front of a big crowd, you know. So I got all dressed up pretty, whatever. He came to my door, his sisters and his mom taking pictures of me, recording me, like, ah, she's so beautiful and stuff like that. I really felt good. I was really happy, and it's like I'm smiling because I remember the feeling, like I had butterflies just fluttering everywhere. Like, just to see him, he looked so handsome. Like, he looked really good, and, you know, I looked really good too. So I was really happy, really. I was happy. So there was a death in his family around the time as my prom, and prom day they had a funeral or whatever, and the family get together in Greensville, I think. So yeah, so because they had a family get together in Greensville, they left the car in Greensville or whatever. So his parents and his sisters had to rush back to Greensville to get the car so me and him could get the car and go to prom. So prom started at 8 or 7. I can't really remember. But we literally had to wait a long time. Not even a long time, but it was a long time to me because I was super duper impatient. But we basically had to sit and wait while his parents go back to Greensville, while his parents and his sister goes back to Greensville to get the car for us. So I'm not gonna lie, I was super frustrated about that. Like, I was okay with it at first, but as time went by, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on, you know? So that really put a little dent in my emotions. So I became really impatient, and I'm not going to lie, I'm an impatient person. Like, if I want something, I have to get it right there, right then, right now, you know? So I guess like an hour passed. His sister finally came. She picked us up, and you know, she was like, hey Shayla, whatever. I said hey, but you could most definitely tell that I had an attitude because prom was practically going on. It was like in the middle of prom, and we didn't even make it there. All my friends were texting me talking about where you at, and I'm like, I'm still home, like waiting for my ride, you know. So we get in the car and we're going to prom. Now my boyfriend, because he goes to a different school, he has to bring an ID, you know, to let them know that he's old enough. I mean, he's not too old, because if you're over 21, you can't come to our prom. So he couldn't find his ID. We spent another like 30 minutes, 20 minutes tops, maybe 15, trying to find his ID. And then and then he was like, maybe I have to go back home and look for my ID. And I was getting really upset. I'm like, okay, look, we had to wait to get the car. Now you lost your ID. What else can go wrong, you know? So at this point, I just got quiet. I wasn't saying anything, you know? Like, you could tell that there was tension in the car, and his sister could tell because she was like, why y'all so mad? And I didn't say anything because when I'm upset, I just keep shut because my mouth is real reckless when I'm upset. If I'm upset, my best bet is to be quiet. So she was like, why y'all so upset? And he was like, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. That's her. And in my head, I'm like, I'm upset. Like, this is fucking terrible right now. You know, like, I was just upset completely. So, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm going to just wing it or whatever. He ended up finding his ID, I think. I can't really remember. So we had to drop his sister off somewhere first. Then we had to go all the way to the city to prom. So when we finally was making our way to prom, my mood was lightening up because I was like, okay, you know, it's still time to go to prom. So, you know, we get to prom or whatever. We got in, and it was good. You know, the energy was good. I see my friends. You know, as soon as I got in there, I took my heels off. Me and him, we go to the table. We meet up with my best friend, and we just chilling and talking. So Soulja Boy's song came on. I'm dancing. He's recording me. We was putting each other on each other's Snapchat, and I was happy because he was the type of person that didn't want to expose his relationship, so he would barely post me on his Snapchat, barely, and I never understood why until now, you know. So because he was posting me on his Snapchat, I really feel like our relationship was making a turn for the better. We were communicating, we were actually having fun, you know. So, you know, I'm dancing to Soulja Boy, as you can see in the video on my vlog. And, you know, we were just having fun. So I decided to move around the prom scenery, see more of my friends, and I see another group of my friends at the table, so we decided to sit down. But while me and my boyfriend was walking to the table, he said, look what my homeboy said. And I looked at what his homeboy said, and my boyfriend, he sat down. So while I was looking at his phone, my boyfriend sat down, and I sat on his lap, and I looked at the phone, as his homeboy was like, ha ha ha, your girl, beep. Well, I'm gonna give her name. I'm gonna give her Shonda. He said, ha ha ha, your girl Shonda is tripping out, man. I had to tell her that the girl on your Snapchat is your cousin. And then I'm like, I'm the girl on his Snapchat, so why is he telling Shonda that I'm his cousin, you know? Me and Shonda, we had a few arguments on social media. She's the girl that I assumed my boyfriend was cheating on me with. Like, I knew he was cheating on me with her, but I didn't have evidence. So once he said that he had to tell Shonda that I was my boyfriend cousin. I'm like, oh, hold up. So, you know, an iPhone, when you're on a message, you see like a little arrow that says messages. You can go back to your other messages. So I pressed the back messages and I seen the girl named Shonda with heart eyes. And she sent him a big old paragraph. So I tap it and she was like, you must think you stupid. You must think I'm stupid. This and that. You a dumb ass nigga. All that stuff. Like, she just going in on him. And I'm scrolling. And he was like, I'm scrolling up the messages, you know, to see some of the recent messages. And it was like, I love you and all this stuff. You know, stuff like that. And then while I'm reading all these messages, I'm sitting on his lap looking at all these messages. And so I go to, if you know how iPhones work, you can like press the side button on the right side where it shows like all the stuff, all the pictures and videos you send each other, the media basically. So I pressed the media section to see like have they been sending each other pictures and videos and stuff. I seen news, I seen videos, I seen sex memes, and I'm like, whoa, so it's true, he's actually cheating on me with Shonda. So once my boyfriend realized, you know, I had his phone for a long time, he looked over my shoulder and he was like, yo, what you doing going through my phone? When he said that, I literally just tossed his phone out my hand and I ran out of prom crying. Like, I ran outside of the building crying, you know. And my friends were just looking at me like storming out, you know. They're like, what is going on? What is going on? I'm running away crying. Like, I did the ultimate movie scene, like when a girl sees something and she was like, ugh, and she runs away crying. That's what I did at that moment. My heart was seriously crushed. Like, you know when you upset or your feelings just hurt, you see something that you wish you didn't see, you feel it in your chest. Like, my chest felt so heavy. It felt so heavy. Like, oh my gosh. So I ran outside the building and he was like, wait, you know what you doing, blah blah blah. And then I just started crying and yelling at him, talking about, you cheating on me, you cheating on me. I was like, get out my face before I hit you, before I knock you in your ish. Like, when I'm mad, I have like a little accent when I'm mad. Like, I'm from Florida, so when I'm really upset, I have an accent and I start to curse a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna beat you in your ish, bro. Don't play with me and all this stuff. And he was like, I don't care. Hit me. And I was like, don't tempt me. You know, because I'm like, I knock them knots loose. You feel me? Like, I'll knock them things loose. But basically, me and him were just arguing or whatever, going back and forth. Well, I was arguing, yelling at him, and he was like, calm down. So I finally just stopped talking. I just kept on crying, breathing heavy. And he decided to explain himself. And then, I can't really remember, but he was like, I mess with her, this and that. But he was like, it's nothing serious or blah, blah, blah. I can't really remember. I was just over talking him because I really wasn't trying to hear it. Because I really wasn't trying to hear it. Like, I knew what I saw and I saw what I seen. You feel me? Does that make sense? Soon enough, we ended up going back into the building or whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm not about to let this ruin my prom night. You know, let's give this another shot. So we went back inside, but my friend, I'm gonna say her name, my friend Tamir, I love her to death. She seen me and she like looking at me. She was like this. Like, you ever had a friend that just look at you and they like read you? Like, they just could tell by your body language. You didn't even have to say anything. They just read you. So I'm walking in there and she's looking at me like she looking at me, walking up to me like, what did he do to you? You know, like, she just said, what did he do to you? Because the thing is, my boyfriend, he, how can I put this? He basically flirted with Tamir, and Tamir didn't know that he was my boyfriend because, again, me and him would never blast our relationship out. True enough, we've been together for 2 years. We'll post each other every now and then, but because he was big on not putting his relationship business out there, I respected that. So once she, you know, she know what type of guy he is or whatever, so she was like, what did he do to you? And I was just like, nothing. Like, I just didn't want to talk about it because he was right there. So I walked off or whatever. They ended up talking or whatever. So I went back inside the building and I went to my best friend. So I went to my best friend, me and her talking, and then that's when my boyfriend came over. So I walked away from the table and I stood to the side, leaning like on like this little Chester. It was like a little stand with candles. So I was just leaning on the candles or whatever. Y'all, I messed around and said the boy name, but I mean, you will already know his name if you watch the vlog. Oh, I'm leaning on the Chester, my boyfriend, he walked over and he was like, I can't really remember what he was saying, but he was basically talking to me. And I remember him just saying please, like over and over and over again, just please. And my friend, Jatia, she was walking up to us, and then she just sensed my energy too. Like when she felt the energy and the vibe or whatever, because I seen her coming towards our way from my peripheral, but I just kept my eyes on him, like, but I just had tears like coming out slowly but surely. They were just coming out all over again, just thinking about what I've seen. And I'm like, this dude really calling me his cousin out here to the other girl. I'm like, damn, is that how you really feel about me? You know, 2 years, you know? So my friend, she just turned around, but my boyfriend, he was like, no, you could come, you could come. So she just basically asked if we can give them a ride or whatever, because prom was almost over and we didn't want to stay till the end of prom. I really didn't, you know. So it was just me, my boyfriend, my best friend, and her boyfriend. We got in the car, and then once I got around them, I just felt, ooh, I just skipped the part. Boo! Let's go back to when we was outside. When we was outside, when we was arguing, we decided to get inside the car and talk a little bit more. And I had got on Snapchat or whatever. It's this Snapchat that my cousin made, Mariah. And she calls it her lurking Snapchat or whatever. So my cousin Mariah, she ended up adding Shonda on Snapchat on her lurking snap. So I go to Shonda's snap story and I'm looking at her stories or whatever. She's saying slick stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let's snap Shonda a video of us. You know, let's make it do what it do. So I snapped him and I said, tell her what the F you just told me. And he was like, what you talking about? What you talking about? This and that. So, you know, I'm like, B, don't you F on my man and this and that. I'ma F both of y'all up. Y'all got me F'd up and this and that. So I sent her the video on Snap and she was like, LOL, enjoy your prom, boo. When she said that, it really just fired me up. Like, I'm so happy I can control my temper now, but back then I really couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. When she said that, I was like, this girl is a troll. She's a troll, you know. So fast forward to taking my friend and her boyfriend home. Once we got in the car taking my friends home, I felt real petty. So I just started rapping songs, singing songs or whatever. You know, I was singing Heather Headley, I Wish I Never Met You, I Wish I Wasn't, or stuff like that. Like, I was just singing a whole bunch of songs that empowered girls, basically saying that boys ain't ish or whatever. So while singing, he'll like turn the music down time to time, saying, so you're not going to talk to me, you're not going to say anything. And at that point, I really didn't have anything to say. I just wanted to go home because my feelings were super hurt. It's like, I'll cry for a bit, but when I start crying and my face becomes stone cold, best believe I'm about to be petty, you know. So he took me to McDonald's. I got my food or whatever. I'm like, we're not even about to go out to eat. I'm buying me something to eat and you're going to take me home. So instead of taking me straight home, he took me to our spot that's in my apartment complex. And he was like, you know, can we talk or whatever? And I'm like, sure, let's go. So he was basically trying to explain his case or whatever, but he really couldn't say anything to justify what I've seen, you know? I'm like, you cheated on me, dude. Like, how can you really explain this? How can you get yourself out of this one? You know? Your homeboys have to tell Shauna that I'm your cousin when I'm not. You know, I'm like, clearly you and this girl has to be something. Clearly she has to mean something to you for you to lie to her, telling her that I'm your cousin. It was like, I don't know. It's like he went from making me feel like a queen, went from making me feel so beautiful to making me feel so insecure by the end of the night within an hour. Within 2 hours, How you go from making me feeling beautiful to 2 hours later, you're making me feel insecure, not beautiful, not worth anything, you know? And I know that's a lot to say, you know, I'm young. Like, true enough, I'm a pretty girl, but she's pretty also, but I mean, she ain't me. But I mean, she got cute eyes and she has a big butt, you know? I'm slim, nice figure, like, I got a nice figure. Packed, solid stomach and all. Like, I got a little bum, you know? I'm tall and slim. She's like short and thick, average weight or whatever. So it was like, for a boy to cheat on you with a girl that has something that you don't have, it's kind of like, I don't know, insecurities came in, because growing up, I've always been secure being skinny, but I like my size, you know? And yeah, plus she's younger than me, you know? We were a senior, she was a junior, you know? So I don't know, I really just felt bad, and I felt like I wasn't enough, you know? It was really the worst prom ever. Worst prom ever. Once I got inside the house, after he dropped me off, I told him it's over and all this stuff. Once I got inside the house, I remember, I'm not even trying to get upset again, because I feel myself getting upset. Y'all don't even understand. Like, I remember going inside my apartment, going into the bathroom, and I look at myself in the mirror. I literally had mascara stains all over my face. And I'm like, what a terrible night. I didn't feel pretty anymore. I went all out trying to look good, hoping to have a good time, and I came back feeling terrible, realizing that my boyfriend finally, you know, realizing that my boyfriend is cheating on me. I got the proof that I wanted. It was just at the wrong time. God just do things in mysterious ways. I don't want to go so religious on you guys, but I feel like God let this happen. Like, he made this happen for a reason. I had to open my eyes, because I seen little things, but I kept pushing stuff to the side. Like, I just kept ignoring it. Like, I didn't ignore it. I would confront him about it, but I would get over it for the simple fact because I loved him and I didn't want to be with any other boy. But when all that ish had unraveled on prom night, that's when I realized, okay, like, he's this type of guy. That night, he still pleaded to me or whatever, but I really couldn't do it. Like, I just looked at myself in the mirror and I just cried again, and I just watched myself cry. It was some ugly crying, but I was crying real hard. Like, it was one of those, like, it was one of those cries. So I took my dress off, went in the shower, cleaned my face, cried while I was taking a shower, went to bed, broken hearted, woke up. My mom was like, baby, how was prom? I literally lied to her and said it was straight. It wasn't. It was terrible. And I told them, I was like, that was the worst prom ever, worst day ever. You know, we planned to go to the hotel, we planned to get something to eat, and it was like, it just turned, like, I don't know, it was just really terrible, and I really don't want to relive it. Like, when it was prom 2017, I stayed off Instagram because I just didn't want to see anybody prom pictures. Like, I was real jealous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was really super jealous seeing everybody dressed up for their senior prom 2017. I was just real jealous because I really want to relive my senior prom, but I know I can't because it happened, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in my feelings now. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened after that story. So yeah, I will be updating you guys, not updating you guys, but I will be telling you guys different stories of the continuation of this story. That's actually me and the side chick linked up because he actually did some slimy mess that same night on prom night. But yeah, that is why my prom night was terrible. I seen the final concrete proof that my boyfriend was actually cheating on me. and I wasn't making things up. He was actually cheating on me, and that I was right the entire time. And I realized that, and I also learned that my boyfriend was calling me his cousin. What a wonderful prom. So there you guys, if you enjoyed this story time, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know. How would you feel if you was in my situation? But what would you have done? Would you just, you know, forget about it, dance with different boys while he was there? Would you have been like, F this, just take me home? Or would you have just reacted like I did and just cry and argue and threaten the side chick, you know? You guys, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.
Yo, hey, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. You feeling good, you feeling great.